Hello, so good to be with you. Thank you for being with me. Sending love from Brooklyn, New York, the epicenter of this pandemic. And I'm actually going to be reading an essay that I wrote a couple of weeks ago, a night that I could not sleep. Really kept up by everything that's going on in the world. And though some of you might know me as an MC, as a poet, as, I do hip hop and visual art and all these other things, this essay right now is very close to my heart, and I'm gonna share it with you. Y'all are actually the first to ever hear it, so here it goes. Sunrise over Brooklyn during the heart of a pandemic can be insomniatic. The quiet streets cut by sirens accentuate the emergency state of a world on fire. I don't usually suffer from lack of sleep. I wonder if it's the premature lives turned ghost, hovering just above my house, wishing for a witness that have kept me awake. Or maybe it's my own animal instinct, so acutely aware that we indeed are sitting inside the epicenter of the next great extinction. Let's take a breath. As humans, we make up just 0.01% of all life. But we have destroyed 83% of all mammals and nearly half of all flora on planet Earth. The extinction rate is up at 200 species per day. By the end of the year, roughly 67,000 species will be forever gone, mostly unnoticed. Life around us quietly disappears under the chaos of our human rumble. 2020, an abrupt stop. It was only a matter of time before our disturbed sleep forced us awake, turning our ears to the deafening echo of their silent departure, a delayed reaction, like most things human. The story may very well go something like this. Oh, how this house of cards came barreling down, us untopped, positioned to fall the farthest, our souls chasing after us as we came crashing into the great abyss of ever after. I wonder if our souls will look back from an undisclosed location, slightly shell-shocked from the impact of having lost planet Earth on the 11th hour, falling the farthest because we knew what we had. We knew what we had to change, and we simply refused to do it. Without Earth drawing us back towards one another, where will our souls hover in the eternity of the universe? Created from stardust and charged with witnessing the universe unfold, we were intricately woven and given the perfect tools of poetry and technology, resistance and intellect, math and philosophy, memory and ritual. We were given compassion as a map. We were given love as a compass. And yet, we are so close to untethering ourselves from the fabric of life itself. Could it be that greed and complacency might actually be the truth tellers of who we have become? A cross uppercut, knockdown of the potential of our divinity? The earth is giving us one last chance. She is teaching us to be still, to listen, to care for the ones who care for us, to protect our elders and each other. Most importantly, she is showing us that she can heal herself. We are being offered an incredible opportunity to step away from a cascade of tipping points that could send multiple Earth systems marching past the edge of no return. This virus has shown us that in the face of danger and death, as a global community, we can instantaneously adapt, redirect our actions, expand our imagination, and make a way out of inconceivable paths. I can see our souls reaching down as we fall from the edge, offering to pull us back into life like the air returning into smog-strangled cities. This is where the new story begins. What is required of us is nothing short of becoming imaginal. No longer under the hypnotic notes of convenience in the heart of extinction, we woke up to the imagined dream. And as we rise to the cycling news of COVID-19, let us not forget the myriad of ways we ourselves have been ensuring our extinction for decades. Two particular egregious ones are the destruction of the lungs of the world and the water crisis, exacerbated by our addiction to sugar. Over the last decade, land equivalent of 2,822 football fields of the Amazon have been destroyed every single day. Mostly for cattle and soy production. That's over 100 million football fields in 10 years. Extraction of natural resources such as oil, lumber, and rubber also drive the devastation. Now, between 15% and 17%, which is a conservative estimate, of the Amazon has already been lost. And if the amount of cleared forest land reaches 25%, there won't be enough trees cycling moisture through the rainforest, causing it to dry out and degrade into a savanna. We are estimated to hit that tipping point as early as 2021. Will we now keep our eyes open? Water is life rang internationally as Standing Rock protectors raised their prayers in the winter of 2017. The face-off between water and oil spurred a global movement so vast that even under Trump, right now, the no-dapple battle continues to win in court. Without water, we die within days. From Flint to Cape Town, the alarm rings loud and clear. There are 2.3 billion people living in water-scarce areas, and the numbers are rising by the minute. The water crisis is so insidious that even buying a soft drink can be a vote for impending death. Widely loved Coca-Cola has been named the top plastic polluter in the world. Side note, for the last 2 years in a row. And has dried up countless aquifers. In 1999, within months of the company setting up their plant in Plachimala, India, the local aquifer had dried up and the soil made toxic by Coca-Cola byproducts because they sold those byproducts as fertilizers to the farmers. The people rose and the plant was successfully shut down, but still today, those living in Plachimala have to walk over 5 miles to access drinking water. This is not an isolated case. The planet over, beverage companies like Coca-Cola, Nestle, and Poland Springs are busy buying up, privatizing, and exhausting precious water sources for economic benefit, leaving communities thirsty and in peril, and damaging the Earth's water systems for generations to come. Will we now keep our eyes open? Will we divest from the monsters that promise to eat us whole? I, unlike you, have been guilty of participating in these comfort economies while the earth begged us to breathe. Now it is we who are begging to breathe. Will we plant gardens now? Will we demand just systems to ensure our participation? Will we participate in our own rescue? Will we activate our imagination in this great pause? Will we teach our children to love the world back into existence? As the sun now rises directly into my eyes, I'm left wondering if the stars will eulogize us as the perfect reflection of the cosmos gone awry. Will they permanently ink the universal scrolls with stories of how our greed and complacency kept us from ever joining the celestial destiny set before us? Or will they eulogize us as part of their cohort, our stardust bodies having realized on the 11th hour that indeed we could change everything. And we did. And we did. Thank you so much, family.